Generic greetings! In the previous episode, we progressed further than I thought we would, actually. We got the entire bottom cell block laid out in terms of the walls and such, as well as all the piping as well. So all the infrastructure is being put in. Obviously, we need to expand that this episode. We got the walls sorted for this compound, and we designated different things, got some patrols going, and got 40 prisoners. Technically, only 20 are currently here, but there is another 20 on the road. This, by the way, I've had several questions from what these are. I mentioned it in the first episode, but we haven't really touched on it since. These are going to be guard towers. Now, we've also had people saying we should have guard towers in the centre here. Now, I do like the idea of it, just not sure about the practicality, but we'll see how it goes. So, a couple of grants to get sorted out. Reform through Education Initiative, we really want to get that sorted. We got Max Sec Infrastructure, which is body armour and things like that, so we might as well start on that one. 29 grants, so more than enough to really sort this out. Bureaucracy. We want to go for body armour, tasers, and then we'll go for a taser rollout. We also want surveillance and remote access. We don't yet want micromanagement, or do we? What's it? Deployment schedule I don't really use. Food logistics I don't need to use yet because we've only got one canteen, and that's about it. No, I think we'll leave it. Oh, there's also the program scheduler, but we don't need to do that because it should have done a decent job of it. Right, so that's okay. We don't really need to do anything else there. What we do need to do is sort these rooms out. So these are going to be several different things. We've got things like the chapel and the library and the mail room, things like that. So let's just put all of these in, and then we need to put in standard doors for every single one of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. There we are. Obviously, we need to get some solitary put in as well, but actually, yeah, I'll get it put in now. I'll get the solitary put in now. So that's going to be a bit of solitary, and this is going to be a bit of solitary. And then we need to go for solitary door and shove it in there. There we are. One there, and then one there. So it's going to be the world's biggest solitary. It's just a big long one, and right at the end, you've got a bed. You go in there and all the way at the end in pitch black, and then maybe put some spikes in as well. Who knows? No, we won't do that. Right, so as you can see, prisoners turning up. What I want to do is actually go to staff only and change that to staff only just to see what would happen. I don't know what exactly is going to happen there. Let me just change this to staff only as well because it's changed because we did have to mess around with a couple of things. So let's just see what happens. This is staff only, but this is still a reception, so they still should go in there and get searched. So they've all come out. There we go, and then they will get taken in and searched. There is a there's a face in game with a suit on. Actually looks like one of my mates. So he's going to get all searched. There you go, Chris. And then he's going to get moved around and then hopefully flung into one of these cells because these ones, these are not built and not yet designated, so that's okay as well. So we're filling to capacity, not bad at all. 963 generic units of currency or generic credits, whichever you prefer, per day. So that's not a bad amount. We've got a, well, look at this. It's 5 degrees C, but the sun's out and it's actually, look at that, really nice and bright. Lovely, lovely, but it is now, oh, it's still summer. I think it does go to autumn. Every 7 days it will change over. We haven't done a full search. God, look at the drugs. Loads of drugs getting found there. We haven't yet done a full search and shakedown of the prison since the very, very, very first one we did when we got the prisoners. So we really need to sort that out because we might have some tunnels, although we do have a dog patrolling, so it shouldn't be that much of a problem. So anyway, all the prisoners going here. Let's just have a quick look at intelligence and informants. We can see that we've got some feelers, we've got some extremely stuff, we've got some other things as well, and some unknowns. We haven't yet got any snitches. We also haven't got any people monitoring the phone booth. All things we really need to sort out. I know there's been a couple of people saying we should get this armed guard on patrol because currently I just have him sitting there, but I don't really know where to put him. I guess the temporary solution is to go to armed patrols and just put him on the other side there, and then he is patrolling. So there's no problem there. The dogs, though, you do definitely need a downside one, a downturn one. When you got a bit of downtime, you need to sort that out. It's minus 3 degrees C, so quite cold indeed. Let's have a quick look at our needs. You can see there's a comfort need there, exercise a little bit there as well. We haven't got that sorted out. Well, we really need to put them in. It should be alright. I think it should be okay. If we just go to intelligence, actually not intelligence, in logistics, oh, there you go, look at that. 20 degrees C there, so that's fine. That's nice and warm in the centre. This corner, not so much, and this corner, not so much either. Now, I could try doing some radiators at the end. Now, let's try this. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll see how it goes, because I don't think that water pipe is going to run all the way to the end. But I can only try it, so let's just see what happens. Let's just run this hot water pipe down to there. And then... Nah, there's no way that hot water pipe is going to get to the end there. So I'm going to cancel it, because it's only just getting to this side. Actually, no, we could probably work this out. We could work this out. So from here, if we just go to planning... can we go to planning? No, we can't. That's a shame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? That might reach. That just might reach. Because it goes from there along to there. It might work. It might work. What I'm going to do, though, just in case, I'm going to run it that way instead. If not, it means that really we can't have the radiator at this end. So we'll see how it goes. So, currently sleep time. That's a free fire. Let's do a shakedown instead. We don't want a free fire, not unless someone tries to run away. It looks like we've got a dingling noise there for probably some bureaucracy stuff that's been sorted. So doing a full shakedown on the facility here. We've got 20 prisoners and 40 guards. Sorry, the other way around. We've got 40 prisoners and 20 guards, plus the other guards that we... They're not classed as standard ones, so we've got, you know, the armed guards and the K9 units as well. So... looks like storage for food is okay. A lot of people saying we haven't got enough cooks, but actually I think we do because we have people working in there, remember? Let's just go, speaking of that, to our programs and see that actually we've got a 60% pass rate with 6 interested, so we could start another program there. Carpentry apprenticeship, no one's bothered. Foundation education, we've got several want to do that. Pharmacological treatment to drug addiction we haven't got, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to increase the... beds in here. Now that morgue there, as you can see, is slightly problematic because in order to get to it you'll have to crawl across a bed, which is definitely suboptimal, assuming that you're going to have a corpse. So what we'll do, we will have the access to it, not an ideal position, through the psychologist's office, which, imagine that, you're just you're getting treated for some psychological condition and then a corpse gets dragged through. Morning, on a gurney. You would brick it. You would be like, yep, I think I need to see someone else. So anyway, still running the hot water pipe. Not convinced it's going to reach all the way there, but this is why we are trying it after all. So there's the hot water there. It gets to there. Gets nowhere near. It gets to there and then that's it. Now I could get rid of all of that, but it is only a dismantle. And yes, it's not going to work. We're not going to be able to run it that far. To be fair, it goes along there and down and then round. It doesn't tell you in hot water pipe just how long you can run it, which is a shame. It should definitely tell you how far you can run it. Does it tell you for the small? Push more limits, fly. It just says limited, doesn't tell you how far, which is annoying. I'm sure that I could find out, but not now. So the hot water only runs to there. So if we had a direct off this bit here, it would still only get to about there. So we can't actually get that one at the end sorted. The only way to do that, to get a radiator here, would be to put another boiler somewhere, probably this center bit. But then we would have to run a big fat water pipe there. Too problematic. We could have this blocked off. Have this blocked off here. Have a boiler in there. But you know what? I don't think we need a bother. Right. So, several rooms that we haven't sorted. Let's get that on. Chapel we haven't got, so we're going to shove a chapel in there. We haven't got a library, but we don't need one just yet. Classroom. Shop. And library. Mailroom. Alright, so a lot of furniture to put in, so let's sort the furniture out. So we've got an altar at the front. We've got some pews which will not really fit in, so what I'm going to do is put some pews on the outside, and then we'll put prayer mats in the centre for generic religion. Classroom is relatively easy, it's just these seats, so which is the best way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So there's 6. That's really the only way I can fit it. So it's 3, 6, 9, 18 in total. And then a desk at the front, which really doesn't have much space at all. But it's all in. Shop, similar sort of thing. We need a shop front, which will go there. Make sure it's got the correct orientation. And then we need a table. Now, how many tables do we need? I'm just going to put 2 in. And then the shop shelving, because what you do, they all get sorted. So I think that is about right. That's fine. Library is a similar sort of thing. You need library shelves. So again, we're going to have them on either side like so. And then we'll have a sorting desk, which will go one there and one there. Don't think we need anything more than that. Mailroom is a sorting table and standard tables. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then sorting desk 1, 2. There we are. Right. So, actually, do I want it like that, or do I want it that way? I actually prefer it that way. Yeah. Don't know why, it just seems to fit a bit better. Like that and that. There we go. You can actually... There's only one way. No, there isn't. That's the correct way. Yes, there we go. Right, so there's all of that sorted. Didn't take too long to get that. Excellent. So we're just going to run this electrical cable up to there. Just make sure that is all powered on. We have probably had several people escape because I've not really been paying attention to what the rest have been doing, but the classroom and everything else will be sorted. You can see there's a lot of people coming in to sort that out. Problem though, we don't have any view in there. We don't have any CCTV or guards going in there, so we probably have to sort that out at some point, but we do have the grant on the go. Let's go to our water here and go to small water pipe, although hot water is what's required for this and this. So what I'm going to do is just run that across and that down, and then hot water for a couple of things. Is it that corner? It is this corner, like so, and then around. You can't go the other way. Then this comes down and then in, and there's that hot water there for the radiators and for this centre bit. Excellent. So we have 40 prisoners. Hopefully they're not freezing, which is always useful. I said that this could be parole, but people have mentioned that it's too small. I don't know whether that's the case or not. It is a minimum 5x5. That's a 4x4, so we can't do that. So yes, we definitely have no area for parole. This is problematic. Where could I put parole? I also don't have any area for... I don't think I have an area for Alcoholics Anonymous. I know I don't. So what I'm going to have to do is do a bit of alteration in here. Now, the shower, as people have mentioned, is too large. We don't need the shower as big as it is. So what I'm going to do is go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dismantle that. Actually, dismantle all of these. Like that. Alright. And the reason I'm doing that is because once that's sorted, I'm going to run a wall straight across, redesignate that and have a door here and have that as parole. And we'll have parole either side. That should be a fix that really we shouldn't have needed, but I did mess it up, so it's my fault. Right. Nothing I can do at the moment because obviously the workers are, well, they've got a bit of a job on their hands. Chapel, classroom, shop, everything else. There's a lot of things that they really need to sort out. I also don't have much money. I'm getting 1,020 per day, which is very, very good. But we don't really have anything else there. What I've just realised as well is one of the grants requires 20 school desks, so we're probably best off putting a couple of these in like that. Now, they won't be able to be... They can be used, but it's not ideal, but we're just going to have to sort of gloss over it. It's mainly for the grant, you see. So we need to build a classroom. That'll get another bit of the grant done. Then we need to have 10 prisoners pass the foundation education course, and then 1 pass the general education. So that could be useful. Haven't got a CCTV monitor or CCTV cameras, but that'll get our MaxSec infrastructure done. I guess It is just a case now of we're having a shakedown. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, but I don't know whether this is going to be too late or not. We'll see how it goes. I can always knock it on the head if we need to. I don't think we've had any. We certainly had no any violence that's been noted. No, and the prison is actually quite valuable. Nearly, well, it's nearly $200,000. Generic credits, generic units of currency, etc. So not too bad. Just checking on here and just looking for a prisoner. No, we haven't got any feather stones in here. We're still doing the search, even though it's in the day. This is this is up to filter capacity, so it's something that we don't really need to worry too much about, because if there's any problems, then it will, or if anyone leaves or whatever, it'll then just automatically bring them in, so I don't have to do it manually, which is always useful. What else don't we have? We've got 2 officers there. One of them could be, don't know, could be for several things, really. Don't know what else I can really do. I'm trying to think of what's the best way of actually getting my money up. Well, cash flow's okay. It really just depends on these grants. 10 prisoners pass the foundation education course. The problem is that really... Oh, there's rain, look. It is all raining. I do like the weather in this. It is now autumn, so the ambient temperature is slowly going down. Now, I don't know whether the game works it so... you know, if it's just hit autumn, it's still quite warm, but by the end of autumn, it is really starting to cool down. I don't know if that's how it works. I assume it's just a case of, if it's autumn, it's XYZ temperature range. If it's winter, it's whatever temperature range. So that's roughly how, that's how I would assume it would be anyway. Right, so we've got several people, well, fixing the mail room, and that should mean we can actually go to our logistics and prison labour and assign some people to the mailroom. So there's 5 in there, 5 in there, 5 in there. Chapel and classroom we don't need to assign there. We can see that laundry, we can actually pull several people off this. We don't need to have... Actually, we'll have 10 people still in the laundry, because that has to power... That has to supply the entire prison, so it's probably worth it if I do that. And I think we've got more than enough, really, to sort it out. I just don't want... I'm going to max out the prison labour in the kitchen, you might as well. Laundry... 15 jobs. Again, we don't need that. We only need the 10, I think. That should do it quite nicely. Obviously, we've got people getting trained in here as well. As you can see, we've only got 1 sink, so we really need to sort that one out. This is still not powered up or because I haven't got an electrical cable. I have got electrical cable. I haven't got a water pipe. I thought there was something wrong. There we go. So once that's done, it should then power these up. So 14 degrees, so it's actually quite warm-ish. For the UK. I mean, come on. I live in the UK. Light and warmth is severely rationed, so, you know. Classroom is almost done. Office desk will be placed but shortly. Same as the chapel there. And that means obviously we're going to get people coming in and preaching about whatever. Kennel is... I could do with an expansion, but, well, we don't really have the option just yet. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to cells. I'm going to designate all these as cells. And what I'll do, increase our capacity to 50, and then we're going to get, there you go, 10 prisoners, because it automatically fills to capacity. Useful! This is good. I really do want it to be warm over in the common room, but I can't run any other water heaters. It'll be too problematic. The only way of doing it really is to connect that water pipe to a boiler that would be, say, there, and then have it blocked off because you don't want them accessing it, and then that would go down to this side. But I don't know how that's going to work. We'll see. Anyway, it looks like we've got things like the chapel all sorted, and then the classroom. So we can go to reports, and then to our programs. We can just delete some of these kitchen safety and hygiene. It says, hang on, that's the wrong one. Kitchen safety and hygiene, 3 interested, so we'll start that. The foundation education program, 1 is interested, which is weird because there was 7 last time, so I don't know why that's been reduced a lot. But anyway, we've also got alcoholics group therapy, pharmacological treatment to drug addiction. We'll start that, and as you can see, it's actually it's actually put like 4 in the queue because we've got 4 medical beds, so that's useful. Go down the bottom there. Alcoholics group is there, but we can't place that anywhere. Spiritual guidance, we can start that, and we can see we can max that out as well. Still 3 in the queue, so can we start another one? We can, but we don't really need to. There we go. There's a fly right in front of me, and I want to swat it, but it's right on the microphone, so it would make a horrible bang, so I'm not going to do that, and then we'll unpause it. Right, so it's still sleep. We've done a shakedown. Don't think we really need to do another one. I think there was a bit of violence there. You heard a little do noise, but yeah, let's just have a quick look at contraband over the last 7 days. We can see that most of this was traded. That was all traded, smuggled in. That was brought in. Looks like there's nothing really of note, and nothing's getting flung over, which is always useful. What I do need to do though is just go to deployment again and staff only, and make sure that that's staff only. All this outside bit is staff only. These are fine. That is okay. We haven't got any of these. Morgue needs to be staff only. And that is all. That's fine, right? All right. So, prisoner capacity is obviously saying it's at raised it to 100 for cell block C. We're not going to get there, but what I do want to do is get some more money. And the way to do that really is to put some beds in. So 2, 4, 6, and that's up to 300. Toilets at 100. 1, 2, 3, and we can't get any more. That's a shame. Oh, there you go. Slowly getting money in. Now I could downsize and start sacking some people, but I don't think it's worth it really. Now what I haven't got is a holding cell. Now if I have a holding cell here, you need a toilet and a bench. Cancel that toilet. Just put one in. And get a bench, which cost me 30. Can't even afford a bench. This is just a temporary one. I'm going to do that. And then what I'm going to do is going to go to intake. Total prisoners of 80. Because that's our max capacity. Knowing full well that the money we get from those prisoners, we can then finish these cells off. Slight problem. We don't have this shower done, so I should probably sort that out. There's our money. So, shower. And we'll sort that. There we are. Obviously, it's going to be cut off a bit because we're going to have that as a parole room, which I will actually sort out now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It goes across there. And we need a door in the centre. There we go. And we'll pull that off for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, measured fine. Perfectly. Lovely, lovely. There we go. Might as well do it now because we know that that's going to be there. And then materials. No, actually. Drains. There we are. Shower heads. All the way to the end. And then hot water, which will be for the shower heads. Do you need cold as well? You do need cold. That's all powered up. This is a problem. CEO's having a little bit of a chat. The board has decided to experiment with a number of cost-saving measures to across our facilities, and your prisoners being included. Damn it. We need you to reduce the meal quantity and variety. The meal quantity and variation policies in the prison to low so we can see what effect it has. So I can either comply or not. I'm going to try it. This is not good since I've just brought prisoners in. So low for both of these. Which will give me some money. 6,200 not a day. Obviously that's because we've got a lot of prisoners as well. But that's problematic because a lot of these prisoners come with needs. Normally food needs. So that's going to really heat this thing up. We're going to go to our staff and then to guards. And we're going to hire up to 30 because I think it's going to be a complete necessity. Right, so over to our, I think we'll go to rooms and then cells and then designate all of these as cells. Like that. Same down this side as well. Alright. And then toilets. And we'll sort these out. So I should only just, mind you, have enough to finish these cells. So we'll see how this goes. Now, the plumbing's already in, so I'm not worried about that. all the leckies sorted as well. But what is worrying is the amount of money I'm going to spend just getting them fixed. But we should have just the right amount. Okay, and then jail doors. There's all them put in. And then this side. Oh, I think I might have miscalculated. Yeah, only just off. Very, very close. Very close indeed. But we don't have enough money for... we don't have enough money for to finish the shower off because I haven't run the pipe work in there yet. Oh dear. So, we've only just got enough money now to finish this area off in the centre. While I'm here, we're going to go to deployment and then obviously guards. And we need to just go to guard patrols. And oh my good grief, there's been a death. Now, I guess this is a snitch. Yeah, Stitch. Snitch, sorry. Who did need some stitches because he'd been shanked. Oh dear. Intelligence, informants, strong. There's another snitch. Oh, no, that's dead. Fearless. No, the snitches. Didn't notice it. Just didn't see it. That's problematic. Oh, well. That's, I guess, something that I didn't think of, actually. I don't have any area to have secure prisoners. I know I did mention that I was going to have, or I wasn't going to have death row or high-risk stuff. I also wasn't going to have separate cells for the grading. So, you know, you do get cells that are high-graded because you put in things like the televisions and radios, things like that. And I wasn't going to do that. I didn't rule out, like, adding a couple of those things to these cells, but didn't really think about having a separate area that's more secure. Like, for example, this. We could have that as like a separate cell block, or even just a couple of bunk beds in there for where the snitches go. But it's very, very close to the front, and it doesn't really make any sense. So, yeah. The general rule is it's quite harsh. Very, very harsh indeed, and certainly not right. But you just accept that there's a level of... sort of dead weight that you can go through. There is a noted level of, well, actually I could lose XYZ, like attrition rating, for certain prisoners. So yeah, it's not very nice. It's certainly not right, but it's generally the way to go if you don't want to build like a complete different wing and things like that, which is, you know, not exactly it's not really that convenient. Anyway, let's just run some water pipes along here, and that should allow us to get the shower up and running, which is important. What I'm going to do is put parole in these corners here. Parole now only requires visitor tables, and I did delete my visitor tables. I deleted them. I had 3 of them, so actually I've wasted 600 generic credits there, which is a little bit annoying. But anyway, it's not the end of the world. Right, I think we're going to leave it there. Not bad at all. We've got a total of 76 prisoners. What I'm going to do is just go to our prisoners and... Actually, not intake. I always go to prisoners because that's where it used to be. Say fill to capacity, and actually it says fill to 68 at the moment because these cells are not wholly complete. But when they do, these prisoners here will move over there. You can see it's actually getting sorted by the second. So... filter capacity, it's just going to keep bringing the prisoners in and putting them in here. So once we've got the parole sorted, we then need to... There's still a lot of way to go. I haven't yet put in some of the programs that I should. I haven't sorted out the solitary. No flooring anywhere. We do need to extend our common rooms. There's loads to do. And as always, comments in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. And generic partings.